In case you didn't know it, today is Robbie Burns Day. Burns is considered Scotland's national poet. And so today, on what would have been his 247th birthday, Scots around the world continue to honor him. And we here at Canada AM are doing exactly that. Chef Richard Crossman has been slaving away in our kitchen literally all morning, along with Stephanie. Thanks for coming in and doing this again this year.
Pleasure.
This is a little tradition for us at Canada AM.
It's become one.
So you're going to have to tell us what's in the pan.
Well, we've got some beef and some kidney that's been dredged in flour, sautéed in a little bit of oil with garlic, salt, and pepper, and some other spices. It's just about ready now. It's been going for, 15 or 20 minutes. We're going to put the beef stock in on top to thicken it up.
Okay.
And
Would
then,
you say that it's a difficult thing to make, haggis?
This isn't haggis. This is the steak and kidney pie.
The steak and kidney, okay.
Yeah. Steak and kidney is very easy to make. Haggis is a little more difficult.
Yeah.
But this is easy. It's basically a type of stew. And then we put it in a casserole with a puff pastry or even a pie pastry crust on it.
And how long will that take to kind of thicken up?
A couple of minutes, and then once it's thick, we'll dump it in. We'll put the puff pastry on, and it goes in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour to make the puff pastry nice and crisp and high like that.
And we were just talking earlier that when my mom used to make steak and kidney as a kid, she always had a little bird in the center of the pastry. And that wasn't just for decoration. No,
that's actually to let you know when things are finished. The bird would either whistle or the steam would come out of its beak, and that tells you that the inside of the pie is hot enough that you can take it out of the oven. It's done.
How popular is Robbie Burns Day in, say, Canada?
It is a huge celebration in Canada. There are all kinds of restaurants and hotels and private clubs that are putting on Robbie Burns suppers last week, this weekend coming, and all of this week. A lot of churches do them. It's a phenomenally popular thing.
Tell us very quickly who Robbie Burns was.
Robbie Burns was a very, very well-known, not so much in his day, more in ours, Scottish poet. He and Elizabeth Barrett Browning were well known, and for some reason or other, Robbie has become very famous, probably because of the amount of stuff he's done. Yeah,
and when he wasn't all that famous, and yet when he died, apparently thousands came to his funeral, to his burial. Very fascinating. Okay, so as you continue to make the steak and kidney pie, tell me a little bit about the tradition of haggis and where in the world it came from.
Well, there are two stories. One's the real one, and then one's sort of the funny story. The haggis is a little creature with two short legs and two long legs that runs clockwise around the hills in Scotland. And if you want to catch them, you have to scare them, turn them the other way, so that the short legs are on the bottom, they roll down to the hill, and you catch them in a net. But the real story of haggis is, the traditional one was made up of kidney, heart, and liver, onions, spices, oatmeal, and stuffed into a sheep's stomach, which was like the sausage casing that we use today.
But where did they come up with a sheep's stomach? Like what?
Well, where did we come up with sausage casing? It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, true.
That's what they used to use, and then they put it in a big pot and boil it on the stove.
So why don't I invite all these folks who've been waiting in the wings to come and join us as we put together the haggis and talk a little bit more about that. Yeah, well, the haggis is done.
The haggis is
champing
here.
At the bit, Marcy's been.
Do you want to do the honors?
Go ahead,
or Seamus.
Do the honors.
No, Marcy, do the honors.
Go ahead, love.
Seamus, use the big sword.
Do the honors.
That's what I said. Yeah, use the big sword.
Back away.
But aren't you supposed to do something kind of more ceremonial?
We're going to read the last paragraph of the address to the haggis. Ye powers what mak mankind your care and dish them out with the bill of fare. Old Scotland wants nae skink and ware that drops in luggies. But if you wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis. Stab it.
Do it, Bev.
Good job.
Okay, and then just pull?
Just pull.
Oh, it's still warm.
Can I ask why that's kind of in a plastic coating? Because it doesn't, or is that just because it was pre-made?
That's the sausage casing, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes they're edible. Sometimes, well, this one's a little bit of plastic, but
sometimes they're edible, meaning
they're
the casing or the actual haggis.
The casing.
Okay.
The haggis is always edible.
Bev, go ahead and try that.
So here, you do that.
From here on in, we just slice it open.
Bev just does the stabbing.
We just slice it open and peel it apart.
Okay.
And what traditionally would you, I guess, Scotch?
Oh, indeed.
I shouldn't have even asked that question. It was out of my mouth, and
German
I knew it.
beer, no.
Is the haggis traditionally mixed together with your hands, too?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
with
your hands, because I've actually done that.
Do you eat it with your hands
Marcy,
or do you
for
use
goodness
utensils?
sake, use a spoon.
Go
What I'm
ahead.
going to do is go and grab some cutlery for us.
Yeah.
Jeff, why don't you grab some cutlery from the door?
Look how far Jeff is.
Oh, you know,
Jeff's on the other side of the table.
We had Okay, we had to move the cutlery because of the mice in the drawers, so there's no cutlery there. Okay.
You're telling people about the mice.
Sorry, yeah.
We've had a bit of a mice issue, mouse issue.
There we go. Dig in.
When you're opening it quickly.
Oh my gosh. Thanks. Seamus.
The Irishman will start.
Yes, that's right. How is it?
Oh, it's delicious.
Good.
Merci.
Good.
It's very,
Jeff,
very
can I get some
tasty.
for
I'm
you?
at the other end of the table, Mars.
I can come
It
on
is
over.
good. Mars, it is good.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Let me get some for Jeff.
Yep.
There, Jeff.
Okay.
On board.
It's really good.
It's
Jeff
like a
has some
spicy
mercy.
You know,
meatloaf.
it's almost as though if you don't know what's in it, because it's very tasty.
It's a little dry. It's really just delicious.
Oatmeal. It's delicious.
But it's not oatmeal. It's the other stuff in there. Did I hear the word heart or something?
Not so
No.
much in these ones.
Not so
not
much.
so much.
We'll be back,
Traditional
folks.
one.
We'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
We'll be right
I
back
didn't.
with
It is
something.
good.
Is it?